Now, the American President Donald Trump scored a massive legislative victory as the U.S. Congress cleared his big, beautiful bill after a long debate. A jubilant Trump said that the bill's passage would supercharge the U.S. economy into nothing less than a rocket ship. Listen in.
And we're sort of celebrating like the biggest bill of its kind ever signed. And it's going to make this country into a rocket ship. It's going to be really great.
Now, Trump also announced that he will sign his tax cut legislation during a ceremony on Friday at the White House. The event will feature a military flyover to mark the occasion.
So we're signing at about 5 o'clock, and at about 5 o'clock we're going to have B-2s and F-22s and F-35s flying right over the White House. And the Speaker and I and John Thune, we're all there together with most Republican senators and congressmen and women, and it's going to be a great day. So we'll be signing with those beautiful planes flying right over our heads.
A small group of Republican opponents finally fell into line after Speaker Mike Johnson worked through the night to corral the dissenters. The bill squeezed past a final vote with a margin of 218 to 214. The White House declared victory on social media and said that Trump will sign the bill into a law on Friday, the 4th of July, which, of course, is the Independence Day holiday.
Press on for the least. Press on for the lost. Press on for the left behind. Press on for the rule of law. Press on for the American way of life. Press on for democracy.
Now, the timing of the vote had slipped back to Thursday as the Democrat leader Hakeem Jeffries spoke against the bill for nearly about 9 hours to try and delay the proceedings. Now, Jeffries seized a leader's prerogative for unlimited debate and set the record for the longest House floor speech by speaking against the bill for 9 long hours.
Press on for the afflicted. Press on for the least. Press on for the lost. Press on for the left behind. Press on for the rule of law. Press on for the American way of life. Press on for democracy. We're going to press on until victory is won. I yield back.
The sprawling mega bill had narrowly passed the Senate on Tuesday. The package honors many of Trump's campaign promises, boosting military spending, funding a mass migrant deportation drive, and also committing $4.5 trillion to extend his first-term tax relief. But it is expected to pile an extra $3.4 trillion over a span of a decade onto the country's fast-growing deficit, while also shrinking the federal food assistance program and forcing through the largest cuts to the Medicaid health insurance scheme for low-income Americans. The legislation is in fact the latest in a series of big wins for Trump, including a Supreme Court ruling last week that has curbed lone federal judges from blocking his policies, and U.S. airstrikes that led to a ceasefire between Iran and Israel.
The Naser 214.